Okay, so just to let you know here, we are going to take this toward a good amount of side bending and a good amount of twisting. Just work things as best you can. So to get this started, let's bring this into Baddha Konasana. So we're going to start seated. And when you come down, just go ahead and bring your soles, feet together. Keep the knees out wide. And I want you to position your legs here so you can actually sit this upright. So if you're like me, and your hips are just a little bit tighter, the knees up off the floor, you probably want to slide the feet forward a little bit so you can tilt your pelvis forward and stay upright without a whole lot of effort. And if you're extremely flexible, you might be able to bring the heels in close and it can still be comfortable for you. So just feel this out and be sure you can stay upright. And then use your hands for a little bit of support. So both hands down at the sides, just enough pressure to keep yourself upright. Be sure the shoulders stay down. And then just relax around the hips, let your knees settle toward the floor best you can. Keep the engagement through your midsection, drawing through the belly around the little ribs. And be sure the shoulders stay relaxed. Bring your chin in just a little bit. And then just go ahead here and close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then take a moment to feel out this position a little bit further with the eyes closed. So relax around the hips best you can to let the knees just settle toward the floor. But then hold on to the engagement from the midsection on up. So keep the ribs pulled in, keep your spine toward upright. Relax the shoulders down. And just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. Now keep yourself tall and take this slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. Now with the exhale this time, lean to the right. Bring the right hand to the floor. Reach the left arm right and look up toward the ceiling. Inhale, bring it up to center. Exhale, lean to your left side. Left hand down, right arm reaching left, gaze high here. Now with your next inhale, bring it back to center, both arms high. With the exhale, lean this right again. Right hand down, left arm reaching right. Now hold here as you're leaning. Keep the left shoulder high. Look up toward the ceiling. Bend into the right elbow. See about coming down lower. And now as you hold on to this, bring your left hand to the inside of your left knee. And just gently press it to the side and use the muscles in the outer right hip to pull that right knee to the floor. Keep looking toward the ceiling and just keep breathing. With your next inhale, come to center. Reach up high. Now with the exhale, lean to your left side. Left hand down, right arm reaching left, gaze high here, and just hold. Now see about taking this a little bit deeper. Bend into your left elbow, stay leaning. Right hand gently to the inside of the right knee. And just press lightly to press that knee toward the floor, but then engage the outer left hip to pull your left knee toward the floor as well. Keep breathing with this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just sit upright. And we're going to take this with a little bit of a side bend here. So I want you to, with your left hand, take hold of the right big toe. And then just turn open to your right side. With an inhale, reach the right arm up high. Now with the exhale, start to bring this forward. Bend the left elbow, pull your torso forward. Reach the right arm past your head and gaze up high so you're twisting as you're folding. And just hold on to this here for a moment. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, go ahead and switch this out. Right hand to your left big toe. Open your chest to your left side. And then reach your left arm high. Take an inhale here. And with the exhale, pull yourself forward with the right arm. Reach that left arm forward. And just twist forward into that fold. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this and bring yourself upright, hands behind you. Set your feet down flat on the floor. And then just go ahead and fold your knees side to side for a moment to loosen the legs up just a little bit and twist. I want to take this a little bit further and take this into the shoulders and wrists as well. So I want you to bring this into center, bring your legs together, feet to touch, knees to touch as well. Hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now, keep most of the weight on your seat. So very little weight in your hands, but then change the position of your hands. So flip your hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms facing up. Point the fingertips in toward the center line of the mat. And just feel this out here. Go light at first. Now, if you can take it further, you can walk your hands further back, but keep the hands flat. Keep your fingertips pressing down. Try to pull the elbows toward each other and draw your chest forward. Now, just take this to the point where you can feel a stretch through the backs of the hands and moving up into the forearms through the wrists. And this is good enough right here. But I want you to keep the upper body as is. And then just fold your knees to the right as far as you can go. Probably not going to be too far. And then bring your knees through center. To your left side, keep your fingertips pressing down. Back through center. Knees come over to the right. And then bring this through center, knees to your left side again. And then switch it out here. Bring your knees through center to the right. And just hold on to this. So let the right leg sink down, maybe extend your left leg right, but keep pressing down into the fingertips. Try to keep the elbows squeezing toward each other. And then go ahead and switch it out. Bring that right leg into the left and bring your knees to the left side, or left leg into the right, I should say. And then chest still forward, fingertips still down, maybe extend your right leg left. And then go ahead, bring this back to center. Now set your feet down flat, come up onto your fingertips for a moment. You can shake out your hands a little bit. We're going to take another wrist stretch with this and take this a little bit further. Now this time it's going to be palms down. And if you can, try to point your fingertips in the direction of your feet toward the front of the mat. You can always rotate out to the side. But with your elbows bent, start to walk the hands back and keep the palms flat. Spread your fingers wide, grip the floor. Now, as best you can, pull your chest forward, squeeze the elbows toward each other so that the shoulders stay pulled back. And just keep the arms as they are. Feet about hips-width distance apart in front. Now from here, twist again. Bring your knees over to the right. You can probably go further here. And then pull your knees through center. Over to your left side. Keep your chest pulling forward. And then again, knees through center, over to the right side. Keep the elbows squeezing toward each other. Keep your grip. And then bring your knees over to the left side again. And then one more time. Just bring the knees through center, over to the right. Hold this. Chest pulling forward, still gripping the floor. Maybe extend that left leg over to the right. And then go and switch it out. Left foot comes down. Knees to the left side. Keep your chest pulling forward. You can extend that right leg left. Keep your fingers gripping. And then just bring this back into center. And then once you come back to center, walk your hands forward. And just shake out your hands, roll the shoulders a little bit. And then go ahead, wrap your arms around your legs and curl yourself up as tightly as you can into a ball. Just hold this for a moment. Now, as you pull this in close, try to bring the thighs in fully toward your torso as close as you can. And then just start to lean this back. See about lifting your heels. And maybe take it further to lift your toes. Now, when you're ready for me, just go ahead and release your grip. Keep your knees lifted. And if the toes are still on the floor, lean back enough to lift your feet. And just take this into a low version of boat with your feet just barely off the floor. Just hold here for a moment. And then take it a little bit further. See about lifting your feet. Bring the shins toward parallel with the floor. Now, we're going to take this into a little bit of a twist, but we're just going to take this slow back and forth. Bring your hands into heart center. Try to keep the legs where they are. And then just turn. Open your chest to the right side as far as you can go. And then keep moving slowly. Bring this through center and turn to your left side. Back through center. Bring this over to the right. And you can always lower your feet if you need to. Keep in mind. And then back through center and turn to the left again. And then just keep it slow like this. One more round. Turn, open your chest to the right side. Bring it back through center and open to the left. And then come back into center. Go ahead, set your feet down. And we're going to take this into reverse tabletops. The feet in front of you about hips-width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now, if palms down, fingertips point forward if you can. Otherwise, rotate your fingers to the sides. But either way, set your palms and feet down on the floor. Lift your seat up off the mat. And let's just take this up and down. So with the inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, bring it back down. And then with your next inhale, just lift it one more time and hold here. Now as you hold on to this, keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, and just hold on to that tension. Now keep pressing to the floor, dig your fingertips down, and just keep breathing with this. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, bring it all back down. And then once you come down, just go ahead and round this forward completely, reach through both arms, and take it slow. Come all the way down to the mat. You can always hold on to your legs on the way down. Once you're down, draw the knees in close again, but pull them out wide and just squeeze everything down toward the floor. And then when you're ready from here, just set the feet down. And we're going to take this into bridge. The feet and knees in front of you, about hip width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Now see if the heels in close set. They're close enough that you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down. And we'll just lift and lower from here. So when you're ready, with an inhale, press your feet. Bring the hips up high. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with your exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, roll back down. And then with your next inhale, lift up one more time and just stay lifted here. Now as you hold on to this, press your hands on the floor. Keep your glutes squeezing and keep your hips lifting, and just keep the tension of the lift. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come back down. Now I want you to stay down on your back, but we're going to take this up on one foot at a time with the legs crossed. So bring your left foot to the center of the mat. And then cross the right leg over the left, and just bring the right ankle past the left thigh. So you're not crossing completely. There should be a little bit of space underneath your right leg. Now keep the right leg and left leg pressing into each other, so they're pulling in toward the midline here. And you're going to press in that left foot as we take it up and down. So arms at your sides, palms down again. Just keep your gaze up high. When you're ready, with an inhale, press that left foot, lift your hips. With the exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up one more time and just hold here. Now as you hold on to this, keep the right knee high, keep the legs pressing into each other, and keep your glutes squeezing. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back down. Now once you're down, switch it out. Right foot to the floor. Left leg crosses over the right. And keep this as a loose cross here. So again, there's some space underneath that folded left leg. Ankle past the right thigh. Keep the legs pressing into each other so that the legs are moving toward the midline. And then palms down. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press that right foot, lift your hips. And with the exhale, bring this back down. Inhale, press your hips high, squeeze the legs toward each other. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift this up again and just stay lifted here. Now keep pressing the hands, keep the legs pressing into each other, and keep working to squeeze your glutes to hold the lift. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come back down. Now once you're down, release that cross, bring your knees toward your chest, and curl into this. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. Now when you're ready, just cross at the ankles. Roll yourself forward to a seat, come further to your hands and find all fours. And then once you're in all fours, just take a moment here and move around. Go ahead and stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side. And just feel things out here, loosen up your spine. And then come back into center in all fours. And this is sort of a subtle way to do core work here, but this is from a very slow movement. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, just to set this up. Now tuck the toes of both feet. And with your toes tucked, hover your knees up off the floor. Now, it's harder if you keep the knees low, just barely off the floor. If you need to back off, you can bring your hips up higher still. But try to keep everything just set up as is. So the hips are still above the knees and the shoulders are still above the wrists. Now, as best you can, you're going to walk this forward. So right hand and left foot move forward just a couple inches. And then left hand and right foot. And just take it forward in slow steps, just a few inches each time. Once you make it to the front of the mat, do the same thing walking this back. Now, if you need to bring this up higher, that's fine. Or if you can keep it down low, take it there. But keep your chest parallel to the floor. Control the movement as best you can. And once you make it to the back of the mat, walk this forward again. Now, just a few inches each time, not too far with each step. And you're just trying to keep your core braced, to keep your torso in the same position so the chest stays facing down the whole time. Once you make it to the front of the mat, walk this back again. Come to the back of the mat. And then from the back of the mat, we're going to bring it forward again, but this time just take it back into center. And once you come back into center, just take a moment here. Bring your knees down, move around, loosen up again. And then we'll take this just a little bit further still. So again, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes of both feet and lift your knees up off the floor. Now, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. Now, just keep pressing your hands. They're going to stay in place here to start. We'll work a little bit of a twist. So bring your right knee forward just to touch your left elbow as best you can. And then step your right foot back. Left knee to the right elbow. Step it back again. Keep your knees lifted. Right knee to the left elbow. And then step it back. Left knee to right elbow. And step it back again. Right knee to left elbow. And back. And then left knee to right elbow. Back one more time. Set your knees down for a moment. And again, just loosen up. And I know this is just building incrementally here, but we're going to take this a little bit further into a little bit more twisting. So same setup. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, press into your palms. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up off the floor. You can keep them low if you can take this a little bit more into a challenging variation, or bring the hips up higher if you need to back off. Now, either way, let's work that twist and take it an extra step. Bring the right knee forward, just touch your left elbow. Now set your left heel down, pull the left hand toward your belly, but you're only on the right hand and the left foot. Everything else stays lifted. And then just turn back to center with the left hand and the right foot down. Now take the other side, slowly, left knee to right elbow. Drop the right heel, pull the right elbow toward your belly, just hold and twist to the side. And then come back to center, back to all fours. Right knee to left elbow, drop the left heel, lift your left hand, hold here. And then again, come back into center. Left knee to right elbow. Drop the right heel, lift the right hand, hold here. And come back to center. I want to take 2 more rounds. Right knee to left elbow. Drop the left heel, pull the left elbow in, just hold. And then turn back to center, back to all fours. Left knee to right elbow. Drop the right heel, lift the right hand, hold here. And then turn back to center. One last round. Right knee to left elbow. Drop your left heel, lift the left hand, hold here, open to the side. And then bring it back into center, back to all fours. Last time with the left knee to the right elbow. Drop the right heel, lift the right hand, hold this. And then again, bring it back to center. And this time, set your knees down. And then just take a moment here, move around. Now, once you're ready, go ahead, press in your palms, tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the floor, bring yourself into a downward facing dog, and just be loose. So press in your palms, ground your hands. You want to feel some weight toward your thumbs, keep in mind. Now, even if you sink your chest down, be sure you're pressing your hips up high, and just stay loose with the legs. Pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, maybe reach to opposite elbows, or maybe shake the side to side to loosen further. And then slowly, when you're ready, just release any grip that you have, but keep the knees bent to begin. And restack your spine. So let's just round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor, to the shins. Lengthen straight forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Wrists into the shoulders, press into your palms, press the floor away from you, press your spine up high, and keep your core engaged to hold your hips in line with the shoulders and heels best you can. And then when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Set your knees down, pull the elbows in, bring your chin and chest down to the floor. And then we're going to take this to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, go ahead, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, and come to the tops of your feet. Now kick down, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly in, and then bring your hips up high. Come into your downward facing dog. Paddle this out, let your hips move side to side. And we'll take that modified sun salutation from here. So take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And then with the exhale, fold back down again. Inhale, lift halfway here. And with the exhale, set the hands, step back to your high plank. Now from your plank, bring your knees down to the mat. Chin goes forward, chin and chest come down, bend the elbows straight back, keep the elbows pulled in. And then when you're ready, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, and bring yourself to that upward facing dog. Pull the belly back in, hips go high, downward facing dog. 2 more times like that. From down dog, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms high. And then with the exhale, fold this back down again. Inhale, lift this halfway. And with the exhale, set the hands, step it back, find your high plank. Now when you're ready, bring the knees to the floor. Elbows pull in, chin and chest come down low. When you're ready, with an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, upward facing dog. Pull the belly back in, lift your hips, downward facing dog. 1 more time like that, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And then with the exhale, fold it all the way down again. Inhale, lift halfway here. With the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back, find your high plank. When you're ready, set your knees back down. Pull the elbows in, chin and chest come down low to the floor. When you're ready, with an inhale, straighten your arms, bring your chest forward, upward facing dog. And then pull your belly in, hips go high, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, paddle out and breathe. From your downward facing dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms high. And then with the exhale, sink in a chair this time. So put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you come in, let's just pay attention to your stance. Be sure your feet are within hips with distance. Big toes towards center, knees towards center, belly pull in. Now reach your arms out long, keep your chest open, keep your gaze forward. Try to bring the hips down lower. And I want you to hold onto your chair as best you can. Press your toes into the floor. Lift your heels and keep them lifted. You're still in chair, the knees are still bent. Just keep breathing. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just set your heels back down. Now I want to take this with a light twist from one side to the next. So just take this slow. You're still in chair, the knees are still bent. So take an inhale. With the exhale, right arm past your left leg. Just reach your left arm back, look over that left shoulder. Inhale to center, reach the arms up high. You're still in chair. With the exhale, take this left arm, or take this left arm past the right leg, right arm reaches back this time. Inhale back to center, arms up high. Now with the exhale, take it the other way. Right arm past your left leg, reach that left arm back, open your chest to the left side, look back. Maybe sink your hips down lower. Just keep breathing with us here. And then take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release this. Both hands down, left foot steps back, come into low lunge. Now from your low lunge, go ahead and bring that left knee down. The left foot comes down flat behind. I want to take this deeper into Anjaneyasana. So sink the hips down, press them forward. And then when you're ready, with an inhale, reach the arms up high. Now open this up, bring your gaze up high, and let the hips sink lower still. Now let the hips press toward the front of the mat and come down low. Reach the arms up and back, keep your gaze high, and find that long arc on the left side, from the left knee all the way through to the shoulders. Just keep breathing here and keep settling into this pose. Now even as your hips sink down, stretch long through the fingertips of both hands. And then just hold on to your pose here and we'll just move the arms. So take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring the arms down to your low back. Now pull your hands together, interlace the fingers, draw the palms together, draw your shoulders back and keep your chest open. And we're going to take this slow back and forth from this lunge toward a half split. So when you're ready from here, just bring your belly to touch the right thigh, pull your hips back. Now keep your shoulders back, your chest open, point the toes of the right foot toward the ceiling. And then take it slowly the other way. Set the right foot flat, bend the knee, sink your hips down, draw the shoulders back and bring your gaze up high. Now again like that, belly to the right thigh. Pull the hips back, look forward, shoulders back, toes to the right foot, point up. And then again, bring it forward. Right foot sets down. Sink your hips down low and look toward the ceiling. One more time, belly to the right thigh. Pull your hips back. We're going to stay here this time. Now keep your belly touching the right thigh, even if you got to bend the right knee. Maybe straighten that leg if you can. Now if you can take this further than the shoulders, you can press the knuckles up higher toward the ceiling to open up your chest. If you want to go deeper with the half split, you can slide that right heel forward and maybe stack your hips over the left knee. Just take this to where you can. Try to look forward. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down inside the right foot and set the right foot flat. Now take a look at your right leg for a moment here. We take this toward a lizard lunge setup, but we're going to keep it low. So the right ankle is at least a little bit forward to the right knee. Curl the toes of the right foot and keep the toes curled. Roll to the outside edge of the foot. Now press in your hands, tuck the toes of the left foot behind you. Lift your left knee and sink the hips as low as you can. Try to keep that left knee off the floor. You can set it down if you absolutely need to. Now the right leg stays tense, the knee stays to the side. Put your weight to your left hand. And then reach that right arm forward. You're going to follow the right hand with your gaze. So with an inhale, reach that right arm back and look back. And then with the exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the right arm back again. And then exhale, reaches forward. Now inhale the right arm back one more time. Now keep reaching back and keep looking back. Take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away. Pull the shoulder back and keep that right knee to the side. Now take it a little bit further. Bring that left knee down to the floor. Keep the right shoulder pulled back. You're still looking toward the back of the mat. And then as best you can, just lift the left heel and then bring the toes back down. And then lift the left heel and then bring the toes back down. One more time, lift the left heel. Now just hold this. Keep that right shoulder pulling back. Keep breathing. I know this isn't especially comfortable. Just work things as best you can. You're not going to accidentally end up in this position. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring that right hand down and the left foot down. Right foot comes between your hands. We're coming back to low lunge. So tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee. And then we're going to take this up to balancing. So bring the weight forward to the right foot. Bring the left knee to your chest and round your spine. Now take it slow. You can always step that left foot down. But when you're ready, take hold of the left knee, around this all the way up to vertical. Woo! Now give yourself a moment to find your balance. Press into that right big toe. Let's see if I can balance here myself. And just pull that left knee up high. Be sure you're still balanced here. We're going to take this into a standing twist. So the left hand comes to your left hip. When you're ready with your right hand, bring it to the outside of the left knee. Now keep your spine tall. Just pull that left shoulder back. Open your chest to the left side as far as you can. And this is good enough right here. Just keep yourself balanced. If you can go further, maybe reach that left arm back. Now if you want to go further still, you can bring the right hand to the outside edge of the left foot and maybe straighten the left leg. No need if this is enough. Just keep breathing here. All right, take an inhale. With the exhale, turn back to center. Hands to your hips. Set the left foot down next to the right. Now from here, I want to take this down to a toe squat. So just take this slow. Keep your hands on your hips and keep yourself tall. Keep your core braced. And try to hold your spine upright. Press down to the toes, lift the heels up off the floor and keep them lifted. Now, with as much control as you can, start to bend the knees, the heels stay high. Squeeze the legs in toward each other. And then with control, try to lower yourself down as smoothly as you can. You can use your hands if you need to, but come all the way down to sitting on your heels. Land this as lightly as you can. And then once you're down, go ahead and bring your hands to the floor. Step your feet back, find high plank. And just take it through your vinyasa from here. So go ahead, bring the knees down. Shoulders forward as the elbows pulled in. Bring your chin and chest down low. With an inhale, straighten your arms, come to your upward facing dog. And then pull your belly in back to down dog. And just pedal out here, let your hips move side to side. Now we'll take all that on the other side. So if you're in downward facing dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift this up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. Now with the exhale, just sink into chair on this side. So bend to the knees, put the weight to your heels, and again, see your feet are within hips width distance. Big toes and knees towards center. Keep your belly pulled in, and keep reaching through your fingertips. Maybe bring the hips down lower. Now to hold on to the shape, squeeze the legs toward each other, but put the weight to your toes, lift your heels, and just hold here. You're still in chair, you still got that bend in the knees. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just set the heels down, still in chair. And again, we're going to take that upright twist, so take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, left arm past the right leg, reach your right arm back, open your chest to the right side. Inhale back to center with the arms up high. And then with the exhale, take it to the left side. Right arm past your left leg, left arm reaches back. Open your chest to the left side here. Inhale back to center with the arms up high. Now with the exhale, twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm outside the right leg. Bring your gaze back. You can sink this down lower if you want to take it deeper. Squeeze the legs toward each other. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, just release this. Both hands down. Step your right foot back and come into low lunge. Now let's bring this to Anjaneyasana on this side. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink the hips down, press them forward. And then when you're ready, with an inhale, open this up and reach your arms up high. Now as you stretch this out long, let your hips sink down low. Keep your gaze up high, keep breathing here, keep lengthening out the front of the right side from the right knee all the way through to the shoulders, and just breathe. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring your hands to the low back. Now find that grip that feels strange. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, keep the shoulders pulled back, open up your chest. And we're going to go back and forth from here toward that half split. So when you're ready, just bring your belly forward, touch your left thigh, pull your hips back, point the toes, left foot toward the ceiling, look forward, keep your shoulders pulled back. And then bring it forward, set the left foot down, sink your hips low, and bring your gaze up high. Now pull back again, bow to the left thigh, draw the hips back, point the toes, left foot up, look forward. And then set that left foot down, sink your hips low, gaze up high. One more time, bow to the left thigh. Pull your hips back, look forward, shoulders pull back, hold here. This could be plenty, but if you want to take it deeper, maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling to open your chest. If you want to go deeper toward that half split, you can slide that left heel forward, try to keep your belly touching your thigh, and maybe stack your hips over the right knee, but just breathe here, take it to where you can. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, release both hands down inside your left leg. And then bend your left knee, set your left foot down flat. Now look at your left leg for a moment. See if that ankle's at least a little bit forward of the knee. And again, this is a lizard lunge setup. Curl the toes of the left foot up. Keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge so you can see the sole of the foot underneath. And keep that left knee to the side. Press into your hands. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Just lift that right knee off the floor. But sink your hips low and keep your chest pulling forward. Try to keep that right knee just barely lifted. And we'll take this to the side. So press into your right hand. Reach your left arm forward. You're going to follow that hand with your gaze. With an inhale, reach that left arm back. Look toward the back of the mat. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach the left arm back. Exhale, forward again. Inhale, reach the left arm back one more time. Hold this here. Take a half bind with the left arm behind your back. Palm face may pull that shoulder back. Now keep the left knee to the side. Go ahead, bring the right knee down. And then see about taking it a little bit further. Pull the right heel up toward you. And then touch the toes back down to the floor. And then see about pulling that right heel in close. And then bring the toes back down. One more time. See about pulling that heel in close. Hold here. You don't have to take this too far. Keep in mind, just work things as best you can. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Bring that right foot down, both hands to the floor. Left foot comes between your hands. Lift the right knee and come into your low lunge. And let's bring this up to balance. And the weight's on your left foot. Bring the right knee to your chest, round your spine. You can always step that right foot down if you need to. But take hold of your right knee and bring this up to standing at the front of the mat. Now, once you're up, just take a moment here and breathe. Just be sure you have your balance and ground into that the left big toe rather. Now, I'll take the standing twist. Right hand to the right hip, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Now, keep your spine tall. Draw the right shoulder back and open your chest to the right side this time. If you want to go further, maybe reach that right arm back. And if you want to take it even deeper and reach that left hand to the outside edge of the right foot, if you want to extend the leg, go ahead. But just take this to where you can still balance right now. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just turn back to center. Right foot down next to the left. Bring your legs together. And then hands at your hips. Keep your torso upright. Keep your core braced. And try to stay vertical through your spine best you can. Press into the toes. Lift the heels up off the floor. We're going to go back down to that toe squat. So squeeze the legs together and take it slow. Bend the knees. Try to keep the motion smooth. Try to keep yourself upright. Just look straight forward. Come all the way down to your heels and land this as lightly as you can. Once you're down, go ahead and set your hands down to the floor. Step back to high plank. And then we'll move to the Vinyasa from here. So when you're ready, go ahead, bring your knees down. Shoulders forward, bend the elbows in, bring your chin and chest down low. With an inhale, straighten your arms, bring your chest forward, upward facing dog. And then pull your belly in, hips up high, back to down dog. And give yourself a moment here, paddle things out. From your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand and reach us up high. And with the exhale, sink into chair again. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now, as you settle in again, squeeze the legs in toward each other. And hold on to this pose. Bring your hands behind your back, palms facing away. Keep the elbows wide, keep your shoulders pulled back. See about sinking your hips down lower. And this time we'll take it further into the feet. So I want you to roll this forward, bring your heels up high, but keep the knees bent. And then go ahead and set your heels down. Bring it forward again, lift your heels. And then set the heels back down. One more time forward, heels stay lifted, keep your gaze forward, keep the legs toward each other, shoulders pulled back, keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the heels down. You're still in chair. Left arm stays bound. Inhale the right arm up high. And with the exhale, bring that right arm past your left leg. Use the bound left arm to pull your left shoulder back. Again, just a long twist here. Bring the gaze over the left shoulder. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Both hands down. Step your left foot back. Come into low lunge. And then from low lunge, we're going to take this down onto the left knee and open to the left side. So flatten the left foot behind you. Bring the left foot toward the right side of the mat. And then press into the right foot and stack everything to vertical from the left knee on up. So the right foot stays on the floor. This is a half kneeling position. Now go ahead and bring that right foot to the edge of the mat. You want the right heel to be more or less in line with your left leg. And then from here, go ahead and bring your hands to your hips and walk the right foot forward. Straighten that leg so the toes point up toward the ceiling. Now, if you've got the flexibility, you can go ahead and slide that right heel out. You don't have to force this by any means, but keep the toes pointed up, keep that right heel pressing down. Glutes engaged to the hips, stay pressed to the side. Now, just hold on to this, and let's bind this from above. Left hand comes behind your head, palm facing in. Right palm faces the other way, so clasp the fingers, and then draw the elbows out wide, pull your shoulders back, and bring the hands behind your head. Keep pressing into both feet, and just move from the upper body. So when you're ready, just go ahead and lean this to the left side, bring your gaze up high, and then bring it through center. Lean to the right and keep looking up toward the ceiling. Just to the upper body here, bring it back through center. Lean to the left and look up. And then bring it through center, over to the right again. You're still looking toward the ceiling. Now one more time. Lean this to the left side. We're going to hold this here. Just try to pull that left elbow toward the floor, right elbow high. Keep your gaze high and keep pressing into both feet, but squeeze your glutes and keep your hips pressing toward the side of the mat. Just breathe with this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring your torso upright, hands to your hips. Bend the right knee, set that right foot flat. And think of this as a kneeling warrior too. So the right heel's in line with your left knee. Keep the right foot flat. If you want to take this further, you can walk that foot forward as long as the foot stays flat on the floor. Everything's still open toward the side of the mat. Take a half bind. Left arm behind your back, palm facing away. Reach the right arm in line with the right leg, but open the palm toward the ceiling. Keep pressing to both feet. We're going to take this back and forth. So with an inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, but keep looking up. Inhale, reverse this again. And then exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse this. With the exhale, extend forward one more time. Stay forward, left shoulder pulled back. And right arm wherever you like. Now maybe rest that right arm on the right thigh, but keep the left shoulder pulled back. You can probably take it deeper and bring that right hand to the floor inside the right leg. Still stay open to the side and keep breathing here. Now when you're ready, here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring both hands down inside your right leg. Press into your palms, press into the right foot. Tuck the toes of the left foot underneath. Lift your left knee and then step the left foot down toward the back of the mat. We're going to put the weight to the left foot. Hands to your hips, bring yourself all the way upright. And then lean to the left side, bend your left knee, drag the right big toe over to all the weights on the left leg. We're going to take this to a tree variation. So the right foot comes somewhere inside the left leg. And if you're wobbly here, having trouble balancing, just keep the foot at the ankle with the toes on the floor. That's good enough. If you can come up higher, you can bring it to the calf. Higher still, bring the foot to the inner thigh. Just take this up as high as you're able right now. Now keep that right knee out to the side. And just keep your balance here. Hands wherever keeps you upright. Hips, heart center, maybe reach up. If you can take it further, if you're stable, see about bringing that right arm inside the right leg and press the arm and leg together. Maybe reach that left arm high. And if you want to go further still, you can start to lean this to the right, but keep some tension between the arm and leg and just take the version that keeps you balanced right now. You don't have to do anything fancy, keep in mind. All right, we're still balancing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your hands to your hips. Release the right foot, but keep the knee lifted. And then look to the front of the mat. Step that right foot forward. Lift your left heel, square your hips toward the front. And we're going to come to balancing that right foot this time. So bring the weight forward with your left knee high. Now, once you got your balance, and dig into the right big toe, stay tall. When you're ready, take hold of that left knee with your left hand, and then just pull it out to the side. Keep it up high. This is good enough right here. Now, if you want to go further, you can reach inside the left leg, maybe find the big toe. Further still, you can pull the knee up higher. Keep your spine tall, stay vertical. You can extend that left leg if you want to take it there. Now, from wherever you are, take an inhale. And with the exhale, both hands to your hips, bring that left knee forward, and then just step the left foot down next to the right. Now, keep standing tall. We're going to take it back into that toe squat again. So the legs are together. Keep yourself upright. Keep your core braced. Lift your heels up off the floor, and let's take it down slow. Legs squeeze together as you bend the knees. Hold your spine upright best you can. Try to keep the motion smooth. You can use your hands, but come down to sitting on your heels. And then once you're down, just bring your hands to the floor, step your feet back, and we'll take this into the Vinyasa. So find your high plank first. Press your spine up high. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows bent in as you bring your chin and chest down low. Now with an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, upward dog. And then pull the belly back in, bring your hips up high, downward facing dog. And paddle out here, let your hips move side to side again. Well, go ahead and even all that out. From your downward facing dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And with the exhale, sink into chair one more time. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now, as you settle into this, bring your hands to your low back. So palms facing away, fingers spread wide, elbows wide. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. If you can, maybe sink down lower. And then let's take it back and forth. Roll it forward to the toes. Bring the heels up high. And then just set your toes down. Bring it forward again. Lift your heels. And set the toes back down. Now, one more time forward. Heels stay high. Just hold here. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep breathing. Now, take an inhale. And with the exhale, set both heels down. Now, keep the right arm bound. Inhale your left arm up high. And with the exhale, bring that left arm past the right thigh. Now, pull the right shoulder back again. More of a vertical twist. Try to look toward the back of the mat. Keep the legs squeezing toward each other. And just keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release both hands down. Step your right foot back, come into low lunge. And then from your low lunge, we're going to come down onto that right knee. So bring the right knee down to the floor. Flatten your right foot, but bring the right foot toward the left side of the mat. Hands to your hips, so you're stacking everything from the right knee on up to vertical. Now let's go ahead and adjust this here. So the left heel's in line with the right knee. Everything's open toward the right side of the mat. Go ahead, walk that left foot forward, straighten your left leg, and point the toes up toward the ceiling. You can slide this further out if you want to take it there. But squeeze your glutes, keep your hips pressing out to the side. Now let's bind it from above. Right hand behind your head, palm facing in. Left palm faces the other way. Clasp the fingers. Now draw the elbows out wide. Open up your chest. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep pressing into both feet, and we'll just take this back and forth through the upper body. So when you just lean this to the right side. Bring your gaze up high. Keep your chest open. Bring it back through center. Lean to the left and look up toward the ceiling here. Back through center. Lean to the right. Gaze up high. And then bring it through center. Press into both feet and lean to your left. Now one more time. Lean to the right side. And we'll hold this. Right elbow toward the floor, left elbow toward the ceiling. Keep your shoulders back, your chest open. You're still looking up. Press into both feet. Squeeze your glutes. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands and bring them to your hips. Now bend the left knee, set the left foot flat. That left heel is still in line with the right knee. And you keep the leg toward 90 degrees, or you can walk that foot further forward, long as the foot's still flat. Take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away. Your left arm reaches in line with your left leg, palm open toward the ceiling. Stay open to the side. We'll take this back and forth. Inhale, reverse this. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, but keep looking toward the ceiling. Inhale, reverse this again. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse this. With the exhale extended forward one more time, stay forward, right shoulder pulled back. And left arm, you can set on the left leg, or maybe bring that left hand to the floor. You can probably get there. Keep the right shoulder pulled back, keep your gaze up high, and just breathe with this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down to the floor inside your left leg. Now press into your hands, press into your left foot, tuck the toes of the right foot underneath. And then lift the right knee, set the right foot flat toward the back of the mat. And we'll bring all the weight to the right foot. So hands to your hips, bring yourself upright. Bend into the right knee, drag the left big toe in, and let's take tree on the right leg. So the left foot comes somewhere inside the right leg. And again, if you're wobbly, just bring the foot to the ankle with the toes on the floor. If you can come up higher, come to the inside of the calf. If you're going to go further, avoid the right knee and bring the foot to the inner thigh. Wherever that foot is, keep the left knee pointed toward the front of the mat. Now hips wherever it keeps you balanced, or hands wherever it keeps you balanced, I should say. Hips, heart center, you can reach up. If you want to go further, left arm in front of the left leg, keep some tension between the arm and leg. Maybe reach the right arm high. And if you want to go deeper, you can lean to the left side. Just take this to where you can balance right now, and don't worry about doing anything special. Be sure you can stay upright. Take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, slowly, hands to your hips, release the left foot, but keep the knee lifted. Step your left foot to the front. Now the weight comes left foot, lift your right heel to square the hips forward. Pull the right knee forward and come to standing on that left foot. And then when you're ready, just keep the left hand on your hip. With your right hand, take hold of the right knee and pull it out to the side. This is good enough right here to stay balanced and keep the right hip open. And if you want to go further, you can reach inside the right leg and maybe extend that leg to the side. Just take this to where you can and just breathe with this here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, hands to your hips, just bring that right knee forward. And then set the right foot down next to the left. Now feet together, back to that toe squat. Keep your hands on your hips, keep your core braced, and keep your spine upright. When you're ready, press into the toes, bring your heels up high. And then we'll take it down. So go slow, squeeze the legs together as you bend the knees. Keep your spine upright. Come all the way down to sitting on your heels. And then once you're down, set your hands. Step your feet back, find your high plank. And then we'll take it through the last vinyasa. When you're ready, bring your knees down. Shoulders forward, bend the elbows in, bring your chin and chest low to the floor. With an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, up dog. Exhale, bring the belly back in, hips up high to your downward facing dog. And then just take a moment here, pedal out. From down dog, we'll take this to half pigeon. So when you're ready, with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Go ahead, flatten the left foot, straighten your left leg, pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down and look for at least some of that stretch in the outer right hip or toward the glutes, and maybe in the front of the left hip as well. Now you can keep yourself upright. You can always go deeper if you want to take it toward one of the back bends, or maybe just stay here. And if you want to sink down, you can come down to the elbows, maybe melt down all the way. Just take it to where you need to here. All right, now if your hands are forward, walk them back into center. I want to take a second pose. So when the hands are close enough, go ahead, lower yourself to the right hip. Swing your left leg forward, and we're going to take this into a seated twist. So this will be Lord of the Fishes. So the right heel comes outside your left hip. Left foot steps outside the right thigh. And just give yourself a moment to sit this upright, and at least with the seated portion of this, just feel this in the outer hips. Now keep your spine tall. When you're ready, left hand sets behind you. Inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, just bring that right elbow past the left thigh. Now keep your spine tall. Reach the crown of the head straight up. Bring the gaze over the left shoulder. Use the right arm, press it to the left leg as you're twisting, but keep extending as you're twisting here, and just keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands over to your right side. Lightly open your chest to the right for a moment. And then when you're ready, just turn back to center, hands behind, lean back, untangle your legs. Come forward, your hands step back to down dog. We'll take that to the other side. When you're ready here, take an inhale, raise your left leg high. And then with the exhale, just bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Now flatten your right foot, straighten the right leg, pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. Sink your weight straight down. And again, feel that stretch on the bent leg side, out of the left hip or toward the glutes, and maybe the front of the right hip as well. You can stay upright, you can take it deeper if you want to back bend into this, and you can always melt down. Just take it to where you need to. All right, again, if your hands are forward, walk them back in. When the hands are close enough, lower to your left hip, swing the right leg forward. You want to take that seated twist on this side. So left heel comes outside the right hip, right foot steps outside your left thigh. And just take a moment to get your sit bones down. Once you're ready, set the right hand down behind you. Inhale your left arm up high. And with the exhale, bring that left elbow into the right thigh. Now keep your spine tall. Again, reach the crown of the head straight up. Look back over the right shoulder. And just use that left arm, press into the right leg, and keep extending as you're twisting and breathing here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands over to your left side. Lightly open your chest to the left. And then go turn back to center. Lean back, untangle the legs. Bring yourself all the way down onto your back. And this time, just pull your knees into your chest here for a moment. And then go ahead and release your grip and bring your feet to the floor. We're going to take this to bridge pose one more time and take a longer hold. So feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring the heels in close enough to your seat that you can flatten your low back while you're down like this, or come as close as you can. Arms at your sides, palms down, just keep your gaze up high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, go ahead and lift your hips, press into your feet, and keep yourself lifted. As you hold on to this, keep your glutes squeezing, your hips pressing high, and this is good enough. Just keep the tension in your lift. Now if you want to take your bridge even further, keep that tension, and then bring the hands underneath your hips. Maybe interlace the fingers, maybe pull the palms together. You can work your shoulders further behind your back to open your chest even more. Glutes are still squeezing. And if you want to take this even deeper, if you've got the reach, you can hold on to the ankles. And use that grip to press the hips up higher and open your chest up still further. But from wherever you are, keep pressing into the floor with your feet. Keep squeezing your glutes and just keep the tension of the lift. Just breathe. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just roll your spine back down. Now once you come back down, bring your knees back into your chest, just squeeze everything in tight for a moment. And let's take this to happy baby. So just reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of the feet. So stack your ankles above your knees best you can. And try to pull the knees toward the floor. Now even as you're pulling down, press your feet up into your hands. Keep the tension working in both directions. And flatten your spine, stick your tailbone toward the floor. Now if you can take this further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. Just take this to where you like. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat.
when you're ready, just start to move again here, bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then extend this out long. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw things in when you're ready. Pull the elbows toward your chest, bring the knees up as well. And just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And just ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to the top. And then just let everything go. And thank you for joining class. Namaste.